My family disowned me 8 years ago and now want me to join them for Christmas after realizing their mistake. Growing up as the black sheep in an athletic family was brutal. My dad was a star basketball player for a D2 school. My mom played competitive volleyball. Michael dominated in soccer. Sarah crushed it in softball. And Casey was the star running back everyone in town knew about. Me, I chose archery. To them, it wasn't a real sport. They called it wimpy. Said I was just standing around shooting arrows. Between the ages of 14 and 16, I competed in about 20 different archery tournaments. Some were regional, others were state level. I placed in most of them, even won several. My parents showed up to exactly one tournament during those entire 2 years. Meanwhile, they never missed any of my siblings' games. They'd drive 3 hours for Casey's football games, rearrange their schedules for Sarah's softball tournaments, take time off work for Michael's soccer matches. But my competitions? Always an excuse. I wasn't neglected in the traditional sense. I had food, clothes, shelter. But emotionally, I was invisible. Every time I brought it up, they called me dramatic, an attention seeker, said I was ungrateful. The resentment built for years. When I was 15, I started dating Amy. She was sweet, funny, understood me in ways my family never did. After about 7 months, I introduced her to my family. They loved her, especially Casey. I genuinely thought I had a future with her. We talked about college together, building a life. Almost 2 years later, one of Amy's ex-friends approached me at school. She looked uncomfortable but told me Amy had been cheating on me for several months. I demanded to know who. She hesitated, then finally told me. My twin brother, Casey. I confronted Amy that same day. She didn't even try to deny it. She told me that while she'd loved me at first, what she felt for Casey was completely different, stronger. The connection they had surpassed anything she'd ever felt for me. Like I was just practice before finding the real thing. That evening I found Casey in his room playing video games like nothing had happened. Years of being overlooked. Years of watching them celebrate him while ignoring me. It all exploded in that moment. I walked straight up to him and sucker punched him. He dropped, knocked out cold. I shouldn't have gotten violent, I know that. But something inside me snapped after years of resentment, and then this ultimate betrayal. My parents were furious. They threatened to press criminal charges. Since I was 17, I could have been tried as an adult and faced jail time. Their deal was simple. Move out immediately and live with my estranged aunt 2 hours away, or face court. My aunt took me in without hesitation. From that point on, I had zero contact with my family. At first, it was incredibly tough. I felt abandoned, angry, betrayed. But slowly, with my aunt and her husband's support, I started to heal. They showed me what real family looked like. I transferred to a different high school, made genuine friends who actually showed up to my archery tournaments. I went to university and graduated as an electrical engineer, built a completely new life from scratch. A few years after college, I met my wife. She's incredible, supportive, caring, everything my family never was. When we got married, I briefly considered inviting them, but decided against it. I didn't want any drama on what should have been the happiest day of my life. My wife and I bought a house about an hour away from my aunt so we could stay close. Last year, we were blessed with our daughter. Now my wife is 2 months pregnant with our second child. Life has been genuinely good, peaceful, drama-free for years. Then, about a week ago, I received a Facebook message that threw me completely. It was from my mother and father. They said they wanted to reconnect, wanted me to come spend Christmas at their house. Just like that, after 8 years of complete silence. I told them I'd consider it, that I possibly had other plans but would give them an answer soon. A few days later, both Michael and Sarah sent me friend requests on Facebook. It felt calculated, like they'd coordinated this whole approach together. My wife told me that if I decide to go, she and our daughter will spend Christmas at her parents' house instead. She's not subjecting herself or our daughter to that stress while pregnant, and I completely support her decision. I'm torn. Part of me wonders if they genuinely feel bad. Maybe they've had 8 years to reflect, to realize how badly they treated me growing up. Maybe they want to apologize and actually make things right after all this time. But another part of me, the part that remembers being ignored for years, that remembers being shipped off after my own brother betrayed me in the worst way, thinks this might be a setup. What if I show up and they expect me to apologize to Casey? What if they want me to say I was wrong for punching him, wrong for being angry? What if they're not actually sorry at all and just want to clear their own guilt? Should I go?